The UK has many strong paths, but there is one path that is incredibly stronger than the other. And if you play it right, I would even say broken. And to prove my point, I will do, as promised, a world conquest today. So let's go in, historical, Iron Man, and go. We don't start off as the strongest nation, so everything into guns. We will need it, trust me. I don't even need tanks, be gone. Research-wise, nothing pressing right now. I'm just gonna be boring here. Take industry, take electronics, maybe one research into airplanes, and that's it. We will have a civil war, so industry-wise, I'm gonna build in very specific states I know I will keep. Focus-wise, we will need a change in course. And for the Navy, I'll just put them all into reserve, and merge them. This way my navy is centralized somewhere. And for the army the same. I'm just gonna bring them all over because, you know, I will need them. A change in course is done and we are gonna go down, organize the black shirts. Yes, we go down the Mosley route. And yes, it is pretty strong. How strong, you ask me? Oh, you will see. At the same time, I will also bring my entire air force over here because we might need them. And before you ask, yes, I did try to optimize it with test runs because I don't want to play this game until 1970 just to get a world conquest, okay? France was painful. So, organize the black shirts is done. I've wasted no political power, so we have 365 now. And what the game wants you to do now is to slowly take over the UK with speeches and marches. We just gonna ignore the speeches, just do the marches and tumble into a civil war. But that civil war is not gonna be hard, and we have a lot of points to invest in here, so we will probably get most of the provinces anyways. Yeah, there's a small chance we get political power every time we do this, and I got it the first time, which is good. That means we can get more states. Even more. Okay, you don't know how lucky this is. I got political power twice. Sometimes you don't get it at all. Okay, we're gonna get a lot of states. So, I got most of the states, and here we go. All of the north stays with us, and we get a lot of units for free when we click this. We can now just rush down. They're probably not prepared for what we're doing to them, so this should be an easy civil war. Oh yeah, they just decided to have no one in London. I mean, why anyways? It's just the capital city, right? Birmingham, empty. Fine, perfect, I'll take it. Have you ever heard of the English capital, Dover? So, while this war is going on, we can do something very cheesy. And what is that? We can declare war on every subject. Because you can declare war on subjects of nations. And if you do that in a civil war, it becomes a normal war, and you can take all of the land for free. So I will declare war on all of the subjects of the UK, so we get all of the land directly under our control after the civil war is won. And we have won. And as you see, we can take the British land, but not just that. We can take Canada, South Africa, all of India, everything. Australia, New Zealand, and Malaysia. So what do I want to say with this? Yeah, basically we will not have any problems with resources anymore. End of the British Civil War. We lose the bad modifier and gain a good one. Very cool. And we have a lot of stability now, which is very good for our political power gain. I want to rush down this route. So let's go. God save the king. And I want to do this because I want to attack France. And how are we going to do this? In a way you're probably not expecting. But first we will need some more troops. You might see we have an equipment problem, but there's an easy way to get equipment for free if you need it. You just go over here, occupation laws, go down to no garrison, and bam, a lot of free equipment out of nowhere. You're welcome. Of course, afterwards you have to put it back, otherwise you will have a problem, but this will help you many times to get troops. And before I forget to mention it, enact the Mosley plan is really good. Right now we get a lot of political power anyways, and this gives you a huge construction bonus for guns, it gives you war support, and it builds mills faster. Definitely take this for a year, you get all of these effects, you lose a little bit of political power, but overall, do it. Because we will need a lot of mills, and that's not even a joke. I'm just gonna build them everywhere. And yes, just to show off, 1936, and we have united the British Empire. Really cool. I'm not sure how the US feels about this.
I'm in danger.
So right now is a good moment to prepare a naval landing in France, so we can do this as soon as possible. So, God save the king is done, and because we've already conquered all of our subjects, we skip a few focuses, so we spend less time on these, and it also allows us to go down, consolidate the British Isles, which you will definitely do. You might ask now, Florius, didn't you say we will attack France? Why are you going into Ireland? You will see. Now, we will go to war economy because we can. We have exactly 50% war support. I waited wait for that. And this will make it so much easier to militarize our nation because we built those mills so much faster now. So, to answer your question, how do we go to war with France? You might have noticed our world tension has increased by a little bit. It's kind of my fault. So when we get a war goal on a democratic nation, other democratic nations tend to defend them. And because France is the only big democratic nation left in Europe, and the US is busy dealing with themselves, we basically get a free war goal against the French. If it doesn't work and the AI doesn't do it, leave the game and join back in, which resets the AI, and then they tend to guarantee. Just wait a few days. Out of my own experience, sometimes France doesn't do it, then just, leave the game, go back in, the AI will do it. So let's go in here and also use our Air Force, which I might have forgotten about up to now. At the same time, I have these troops over here ready, which should be good enough for the French landing. I will build even more in the background. We will definitely need them. Once again, no garrison. Fill them all up with equipment. We're kind of running out of equipment from the garrison. And go back to a local police force. At the same time, put more into guns, because, yeah, you know by now, we kind of need guns. Support naval landing. Let's go. So you might have noticed there's not a lot of French in France. That's mainly the reason that they're busy right now taking over all of my colonies. Yeah, France at the beginning doesn't have the best AI. I mean, they will go into panic mode now and bring everything back, but it will be too late then. I'm already here. Bulgarian rearmament? No. Ireland has capitulated. I'm gonna take everything. Thank you. And I will also send these troops into France. And taking over Ireland is really good because you gain some guns from capitulating them and you can core all of Ireland. So you gain manpower and industry too. But trust me, we will core more than just Ireland. We're in Paris and the French collapse. Amazing. Let me just take all of your land and all of your navy. Thank you very much. Doesn't this look a lot better already? And it's still 1936, and we're missing about 50,000 guns. The classic, I know. I think you're starting to see why I say this is a little bit broken. And because we need so many guns, I will focus my research on industry. We will actually need it. And slowly but surely, I will bring my troops over into the US and preparing for the upcoming visit. And the US just passed the Neutrality Act. Yeah, sure. Have fun being neutral. So, forward operation base is done. It skips the India focus because we own India. I know, crazy. And I will now get the focus for taking over the US. At the same time, I will pop out the few troops we're building, assign them to some generals, and also bring them over. While my troops go over to the US, let me just use this opportunity to say thank you for 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to make a lot of fun content. And also to read your stupid ideas for future content that I gladly take. Unite the Anglosphere is done. I will now go down this path because I get mills and I get an alliance with the Italians. War with the US. Go. And everyone push. By the way, if you're intelligent, so not like me, you also bring your Air Force over. I forgot about it. I mean, we're still pushing, amazingly, because the US is so weak at the beginning. Look at that pocket. How about we close it? And we are doing very good pushes. We get the first supply hubs. We are in Washington. I didn't even notice that. Very good. This invasion goes amazingly so far. And the good news is we already start as Great Britain with Grand Battle Plan Doctrine, which is my favorite. So I can invest all of my army experience into logistical focus, theater training, and later on, tip of the spear, because we're doing a world conquest. I will need naval invasions, probably. And yeah, it's still so early. The war against China just started, so it is really fast. And the best part about being on the good side of Italy is they just send you equipment. That's actually good. I need guns, I need trucks. That is amazing. Anyways, war industrialist, very helpful. I'm pretty sure I've already taken that city before, but I might be wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. Oh, by the way, I forgot I didn't move my Air Force since I moved it. So yeah, I did all of this without an Air Force. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm about to be in Los Angeles. So yeah, I'm just gonna take everything plus the Navy. And that's my peace treaty with the US. Beautiful. All of my troops go home. And let's build more mills. We will need them. So, secure the Italian alliance. Done. Let's see what they say. They said no. I never had that before. But at the same time, I can't just make a faction with them. So, what? And as a punishment that the Italians said no the first time, I present you the dawn of pineapple pizza. Take that. They have to live with that font now.
Don't do it to me. I beg you.
While all of this is still going on, I will send some of my troops over here to Mexico and get that conquest done. So my troops have arrived. Let's go in. And because we had more, we get 4 military factories for free, thanks to the shadow scheme. Beautiful. Just gonna say, we have 112 mills at the moment and 125 civilian factories. I've built only mills, just to show off that this was the right thing. Don't build civilian industry. You will get enough. Just build mills. And another 6 mills. Let's go. So Mexico has capitulated. Why did we do that? We need Mexico as a launching platform for an invasion into a country you probably wouldn't expect at this point. Basically, I want to core the entirety of North America, including the USA, and I can do this with a kinda cheesy strat, because when I do the Imperial Federation, I will get all the cores Canada has, and I can extend that with a simple trick. Firstly, release Canada. Now click the option to create the pan-North American state, which gives Canada cores of all over the US and makes them the Dominion of North America, which by the way looks pretty cool. And normally this is where this ends, but because we are this ideology, all our colonies want to break away. So as soon as I unpause the game, I get the creation of the Dominion of North America, and a few seconds later they break off. Yeah, fun. And this is the whole reason why I wanted to have Mexico, because this way we don't have to do a naval invasion. They're quite weak. Even though they core all of this, they have basically no military at the point. So this is just going to be a second USA war, but in return we get everything as cores. So pretty much worth it. And with that focus done, let's go against Germany. War against Spain is a go, and push aggressively. In the background, build way more troops, because once again, we will need them. Spain capitulated. I'm gonna take everything. And now we have to concentrate on Germany. I know, surprisingly. And Hungary joined the Axis. Best case scenario, all of these nations over here in the Balkan join the Axis. And I just get to land through the peace treaty. I love how the German Air Force tries to bomb me, and they just have horrendous losses. It's so good. Some people might say, hey, just go through Belgium. It's easy. No. We're gonna go through Switzerland. Let's go. Oh my god. This works way too well. This is like going through Belgium. What the? What have I created that I go through this so easily? This is stupid. So, the war goal against Canada is ready. They will join the Axis. I don't care. It might actually be beneficial because a lot of the German troops go over here. Okay, because I'm a little bit stuck in the mountains now, I'm still gonna go through Belgium. It's not like I don't need the land anyway, so let's just go in and take whatever we can. Basically, I'm using the war against Germany to get a lot of war justifications done, and so far it works out quite well. And yeah, the war against Canada works actually quite well, because a lot of German troops have been ordered over here. Anyways, Netherlands, Luxembourg, you're next. Goodbye. Yugoslavia, join the war. Oh my god, look at that encircle. This is... what? The Germans are in here. And welcome to Berlin. Look at that. I'm still so confused how all of these troops got into this. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is this? So Bulgaria wants to join the fun. Sure. I feel like I get all of the Balkan in this one peace treaty. I mean, okay, plus, you know, North America. So Germany just has capitulated, making a lot of this way easier. Ah, please, Bulgaria, last great power of this. Oh my god, it is over. And I am about to get so much land. Look at this. Oh. And most beautifully, Canada has now cores of all over the USA. So I can now bypass all of these focuses over here, making the Imperial Federation, and it is 1940. It doesn't feel like 1940. This feels like 1945 for me, because this took forever, but it's 1940. Anyways, let's kick Italy from the faction and make a war goal on them. So we are now the Empire. Giving us cores on all of Northern America. We have 10 million manpower now. A slight increase. There's one more thing we can do. And for that we need Italy. Because we can unite the European Union and get cores over Germany, France, Italy, and the Benelux. It's crazy. Anyways, I have a war goal on Italy done. So let's go. So we landed in Sicily and we are just crushing the entire north. So yeah, should be easily done. On this side, I will just do a few more war goals once again because it's very cheap and it should help a lot. Mussolini has been deposed, so I have a feeling Italy very soon will collapse. On this side, I will now call in Turkey and justify on Saudi Arabia. And that's Italy gone. Lost the navy. Turkey gone. I feel like we're some kind of Roman Empire already. I mean, the color kind of fits and we just called the Empire, so there is room for interpretation over here. I'm just saying, you know. So I puppeted Persia and Afghanistan because apparently they can just say yes. I thought I would get war goals on them, but nope. This means we will go to war with the Soviet Union. And I don't mind if this war will be a longer one, because I do want want to use the opportunity to make a lot of cheap war justifications, because otherwise South America will take forever. I gotta be honest. But I did make a few compliance governments, so it should at least go faster than it normally would. So finally, I have enough political power. Let's integrate Italy. And look at that. It's so good. But having all of Italy now allows me to unite the European Union, giving me a lot of cores. Bam! Unification of Europe. Beautiful. It was announced today that the country shall henceforth be known as the Empire, so that all the Europeans may feel welcome in it. Welcome to the Empire, which just screams European unity. But yes, the British can unite the EU under Mosley, with the difference that it will not be called European Union, but the Empire. Beautiful. So right now I could win the war against the Soviet Union because I did a lot of compliance governments, but I really don't want to. So I'm just repeatedly gonna do this. Declare war, justify on the next neighbor, and repeat. Anyways, I have nothing better to do. Let's just build a super highway through the entirety of my nation. I'm bored. And yeah, I've expected nothing else. I knew the Japanese at some point would just do this. So let me make a real navy out of you. Let's bully the Japanese navy. I've sent all of my ships out and they're already encountering the first Japanese. Beautiful. So if the Japanese now involved, I will capitulate the Soviet Union to end this war. And of course, I'm gonna take everything. Sadly, this means I have to bring my entire army now over here to fight this. Naval landed in Japan. I think this war will be over very soon, but it wasn't very fun, as you might see along the front line. Japan capitulates. I do have the most war score, but I can't take everything, so this is gonna be horrible to do. So I got most of Japan, and China is gone too. Okay, the weird South American alliance that formed up has capitulated, which these nations over here joined in too. This should be only Brazil left. Why does it always come down to Brazil? Goodbye. Oh, because I built rocket sites, I got a thingy for that. Wow. Brazil capitulated. I take everything, and that's Brazil done. And I feel like that is a good proof that I made it in Iron Man, because I just got the achievement New Order, make all nations this ideology. I have to say, this was a way faster world conquest. It's 1944. I know barely about it, 1945, but it is crazy that the UK can do all of this with not a lot of skill. Just to prove my point, all of these are 7.2s with some extra equipment. My troops are the most normie units ever, and I just attached an Air Force. That's it. Nothing special. I just built this equipment. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for the 10k. Yeah, I think it's time to think about a 20k sub goal. And as always, my supporters, I love you. Until next time, bye.